You already know this is Poncho Unboxing, aka Mr. Moonshine himself, aka Adobo, aka El Sazon, aka El Borracho. Ladies and gentlemen, I just gotta keep on giving the props to Jake Paul, putting this event together, man. I just gotta give him all the props, and I'm gonna keep on giving them props. I give him props out there last week when I did a video about it, and I'm gonna keep giving him props because I think he is doing a special thing, especially for Amanda Serrano, Mercado, that matchup. Amanda Serrano, y'all already know, 7th Division World Champion. She's the Manny Pacquiao of women boxing, the pound-for-pound knockout queen of boxing from New York, Boricua, Puerto Rico, Amanda Serrano, man. And to be honest, man, I'm looking forward to be paying for that pay-per-view. Firmly and primarily because of Amanda Serrano, but I gotta give props to Jake Paul, and I know there's a lot of people out there that think that Jake Paul is still a circus, but I'm gonna give you something right here, and probably maybe other people have been breaking it down, but of course I haven't listened to a lot of people breaking it down with the Jake Paul and things of that nature. But when people talk about his opponents, right, Jake Paul is fighting the same caliber of fighter that you could compare to when like your traditional boxer comes into, you know, elite amateur, comes into the professional level, and they give him these type of opponents so they could be tailor-made for them to look good, right? Like, think about it, right? His fight versus Nate Robinson. But guess what? There's a lot of fighters like Nate Robinson, the likes of Kell Brook will have to be facing when he first came into the professional level. Look at people's resume. Look at the resume of anybody, really, practically almost everybody that has turned professional. Look at the caliber of opponents that they face. Of course, the matchmakers and their promoters put certain fighters so they could build up their resume, look good, just knock these guys out in the first round. And look, Jake Paul, regardless if he's doing his pay-per-view, that's the way they moving him. Think about it. Look at the fighters that he's fighting. His guys, these guys that know how to fight, but are they professional boxers? It's almost the same thing as a boxer coming to the professional level, like I said. So I'm looking at it at that point, and he wants to grow at the same time. He wants to grow, and he wants to the competition. He wants it to grow. He wants the competition to grow. So it is what it is. Seeing my kiddo out there playing in the playground. But it's a great card. Danny Dubois from the UK getting the opportunity to go fight in America in a very high media type of fight. You know, it's a high traffic fight. A lot of media is out there. Independent media, the hip hop culture media, pop culture media is out there, and Jake Paul is just doing what he's doing. He's taking advantage of the opportunity. He's 24 years old, and I think a lot of people can learn from this. Even promotional companies can learn from what Jake Paul is doing. You know, Ryan Garcia, he be chilling with the Paul, so he has an idea. A lot of people want to call this social media sensations, but it's not like Jake Paul is not out there working on his craft. He is working on his craft. He is taking it serious, and he's also taking it serious by giving some opportunity, carving a lane for the likes of Amanda Serrano that could do well, and I think that she could steal the show. I hope she steal the show so she could get the type of money that she deserves. So when she gets that fight with Katie Taylor, which I believe is probably one of the best fights to make in all of boxing, not just women boxing. And I think that Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, I'm going to keep on saying, I've been consistent for a year now. I've been consistent that Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, I believe that both women are $1 million fighters. I don't think $250,000 is enough for Amanda Serrano. I don't think $500,000 is enough, even though they probably, that's a number that they was looking for, you know, in the beginning. But $1 million, give a mil a piece. Or, of course, Katie Taylor, you could give her 1.2 because of the country got her back. But these women are $1 million fighters, and thanks to Jake Paul, her purse is going to increase. Thanks for the you know, the exposure that she's going to get, better than anybody has given her in the sport of boxing. You know, shout out to Lou DiBella. He's tried a lot, you know, but this is going to really help her out. Let me know who y'all got. Woodley, shout out to Woodley, and shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Showtime for this. I know some people are like, man, this is the budget. They cutting them the budget. What about the boxers? Boxers and promoters, these dinosaur promoters better stop, you know, just pocketing the budget. Do what it got to do. Stop pocketing the budget. Get your fighters to fight more consistently. And fighters out there, man, self-promote yourself, because now it's a whole different world. It's a whole different world. These dinosaur promoters is not going to promote you like they used to. They don't got the energy. They don't got the Don Kings of the world, the Bob Arum, the way he used to promote. Eddie Hearn got a lick. But, you know, you got to take more than Eddie Hearn. So at the end of the day, man, even the fighters that's becoming independent, they got to know how to self-promote as well. Take a page out of Jake Paul. I think he's doing a good thing. I think he's elevating everybody's game, and if your game is not elevated, you're gonna lose the bag. So let me know what y'all feel. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, get my updated videos. I love y'all. God bless. And on to the next.